Well, greetings and salutations, everyone. I do hope everyone is still doing well, and welcome to this early morning, middle of the night bonus upload. Before we jump into it, a couple quick links. As many of you know, I rely on Patreon, PayPal, channel membership, and the merch to help the channel to continue to grow and go. Links to Patreon, PayPal, and channel membership is in the description below. Merch displayed directly under the video. Also, Dogman Frightening Encounters, Volume 1 through 3, the audiobook versions. They were written and researched by Tom Lyons, narrated and produced by me, Jeff Nadolny. Those audiobooks are available on Audible, Amazon, and iTunes, links to which are also in the description as well. And finally, last but definitely not least, if you'd really like to help support this channel to continue to grow and go, simply subscribe. It does not cost a cent. Click that like button, takes half a second. If you don't want to miss out on any of the informative uploads that I put out daily, click that bell icon, and folks, please leave a comment and share the video. Why? Well, because these things really do help the channel to continue to grow and go. They definitely do matter and are appreciated. And with that, I have taken far too much of your time. Let's jump in to this early morning or middle of the night bonus upload, shall we?
All right, everybody. Today I have a special guest. We've both been trying to get together and do an interview. He lives over in Sweden. Today I have John Phoenix with us. How are you today?
Oh, I'm cool, man. Thank you for having me.
I appreciate you.
Thanks for finally get together here and have a chat.
Definitely. I appreciate, being patient and with everything. So it's, you with your work, you have a busy schedule, and I do too. So I'm glad we were able to finally get our schedules together so we could do this.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Right off, I'm going to start by saying you had made a statement to me about werewolves, and I had said, I don't think they transform though. And you agreed.
Yeah.
You guys have, over in Europe, you guys have the old culture and old stories that we don't have over here. So I'm going to kind of turn the mic over to you so you can kind of share what you wanted to share with us. And if I have any questions, I may cut you off a little, but I'll try not to. Okay, my friend?
Yeah, that was perfect. I just fill in with all the questions because this is more a chat than an interview.
Yeah.
Because I have so much information that I want to share with you and also your subscribers.
Okay.
And I'm gonna, of course, be humming a little bit. I don't know really where to start, but
have you ever had an encounter?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I had an encounter. I also seen them. I also felt them, and like I stated in some other channels, I wrote to another channel, but I never had an interview or speaking speaking up. It's incredible story I have, incredible information.
Yeah.
That I think that some will find too far-fetched. And it's okay with me.
How about
I know what I know.
Yeah. How about starting off with your experience and then going into information with that?
I got in. What do you say? Get to know a lady here in Sweden, Norway, and Miss Micha, and we started chatting online, and she told me about certain stuff that I took into consideration, and she filled in a lot of blanks for me, because I had sometimes wonder why I think some stuff, why I felt some stuff, and she said, "Yeah, well, come to my place and we figure it out." So I went there, an hour from Stockholm. We can fill out that I'm from Stockholm later on, and it was incredible because she has a pack where she lives.
Of Dogmen.
This pack, yes. And the alpha there is the alpha of Europe.
Okay.
He is about 65 years old. He, like I sent you the picture, he's like 10 feet tall. Is 320 in meters. And the thing is that here in Europe, they have the pure breed of Dogman.
Right.
And over here in Europe, Northern Europe, here in Scandinavia, they are not aggressive in that way per se, because they are like your other guest said, that they have actually been trading for thousands of years with the people who's been living here up north. They've been trading with the people around the Arabic countries. They also have been mercenaries. So it's a real truth that they've been mercenaries for the people around Greece, Turkey, the Arabic countries.
Yeah. Wow.
And all the information that we get is actually straight from the alpha.
Okay.
And everything here, and also actually all around the world, is structured like a biker gang. So you have different presidents. I'm not going to mention any biker gang, but you can imagine which kind of biker gangs I'm related to.
Right.
You have this national president, and then you have the European president, and the American president, South American president, and so forth. And within these countries, you have the chapters. And all the chapters answer to one president. So our alpha, big alpha, I can speak about, he is the president of Europe.
Okay.
And they're all related telepathically. All the presidents, like the 5, 6, 7, 10, are in constant contact with each other telepathically. And he is also in constant connection with all the chapters. I know that it sounds ridiculous, but that's the way he said to Miss Misha.
No, it doesn't sound ridiculous. I mean, I've often wondered, like, because, I mean, you've heard Victor and what Victor has said on the channel and stuff like that. So, I mean,
yeah,
it makes sense that there would be some sort of super PAC over there. And, you know, you said they had been trading with the Northerners and Arabic countries and stuff like that. I mean, there's tales of that, you know, throughout history. So, I mean, it really doesn't sound that far-fetched to me.
No, because that's why they have the Anubis, all the paintings and everything. And also Marco Polo, you know, he said that they met some, you know, dog-headed people.
Yeah.
They've been trading with and so forth.
Alexander the Great.
And up here, I have some pieces of the puzzle.
Yeah.
Because with Miss Misha and myself, you have the connection straight to the source of information. Because the alpha, he is knowledgeable of everything, even though he's blocked out of knowing everything to give to the humans. And the reason why he is in telepathic connection with us is that we share the information. And I know that it sounds crazy to some of your listeners, but I went to Miss Misha's places, and I wanted to see. That was in last June during the pandemic, and I had to say I have to go to you and meet the alpha. And the alpha has been always in connected with me, but I didn't know that one. So I have a chapter here in Stockholm.
Okay.
And 2 of them are my handlers, and one of them I've seen. They live close by, Miss Misha told me that, well, you have it in the forest next to you, because I live, like I said, outskirts of Stockholm city. We're talking about 20 minutes into the city center. And I said, yeah, no. But it was true, because where she lives is very foresty. And there are 40 packs here in Sweden and Norway. And they live by their own grounds and everything. And, they are not in battle. They're not fussing with each other, because they work together, because the big alpha keep them in place, of course. And if there are any altercations, you can say, that's where they stepped in, like exactly like the biker gang. Like you have a meeting and you sort things out.
Right.
The Dogmen and Bigfoot, they don't get along very well, but they do have respect for each other up here in Sweden and Norway. So they don't have any altercations. They're not big fights and everything like that. The Bigfoots are up north in Sweden. And the Dogman the packs are situated from south up to north. And the government are aware about this stuff, and they have an international task force, you can say, like exactly like Victor say, or exactly like some others say on your channel, that they come and they solve the problem, they think. And they, when the packs are, moving out from their territories, some of the international force comes and, move them back, because they want to have them in square. Here in Sweden, we have something that we call scratch sheep. That means that there are some farmers that have sheep, of course, because we have sheep here, and they scratch in question, mark that up to 40, and they blame it on wolves.
Yeah.
But we don't have many wolves here in Sweden. We have about 200 in Scandinavia, and wolves, they don't have the stamina to kill 40 sheep, even though if it is a wolf pack.
Right.
So I will give out a shout out to the cloak hedgehog. The lady who actually first, before the internet, sat down and gathered all the information. I think that she's been a little bit forgotten. She's the one actually before everybody
Linda
else.
Godfrey?
No, Anna. Anna. She's Swedish, and
Okay.
her official name is but her name is the Cloak Hedgehog.
Oh yeah, Cloak Hedgehog. Yes.
Yeah. And she started this in 1985, way before actually Miss Linda Godfrey. And she has actually on her homepage that say it's impossible for a pack of wolves to kill 40 sheep.
Yeah.
And that got me started. Like, I've been thinking about no. It is impossible for them to do that one, because actually one sheep here in Sweden was what do you say in English? They took away all the skin, the fur. What do you, I don't know.
The wool. Yeah.
The wool. Yeah, and no wolf does that.
Right.
Yeah. It was totally clean, like from being like almost ready to be butchered.
Like almost sheared right off.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a wolf would just kill a sheep, and this was, cleaned up and sheared off and kind of naked, sort of. Yeah.
So, sorry. It is impossible for wolves to do that one, because they don't have any knives.
Yeah.
Or sharp claws or everything. And we have reports of modern altercations or interactions from something like they call monsters. They know locally about the black dogs. They know about the bear dogs up north. But nobody talks about it really, because you don't want to be a lunatic. And and it is forgotten like for 150 years here up in Scandinavia.
Okay.
Because before that one, they knew about this stuff. And, well, it's so much information, Jeff, so I'm just going to spitballing here. Before the one, in the medievals, here in Europe, they wanted to exterminate all the wolves. And also, that was actually not wolves, only wolves. They also killed dogmen. And like we talked about in the beginning, that the lures of werewolves is actually dogmen, because nobody can transform. And also, Beast of Gévaudan, that was not a werewolf. It was not Peter Stube. Of course not. Nobody does. But the thing is that we were speaking to Alpha, and he said that the werewolves or dogmen who has human legs are actually not dogmen. They are an ancient black magic dabbling, almost like a skinwalker, or not Wendigo, but skinwalker.
Right.
So they are not dogmen, even though they pose as dogmen. And then you have also the third thing is actually that some demons appear as dogmen. So the dogmen, they don't speak about that much, because here, like I said, we have a pure breed, and they've been trading and being civilized, and they know our language, they know all the language because they are on a higher level. The same is with Bigfoot. But 1003, they had this altercation with Vikings, and that's when everything crumbles. You know, the cooperation, everything here. The dogmen, they can swim, they can run fast as hell, they can run up to 120, 130 miles per hour. They can run about 160 miles in one take, no problem at all. And I've been experienced that one myself. They are here actually, or in Iceland, they are in Scandinavia. Not so much in Denmark because there's not much forest there to hide. They are interdimensional, exactly like the Bigfoots. They can, if you see a corridor and you have these doors, they can jump in and out, and they can cloak at will, the pure ones. So that's why you don't see them, you don't smell them, you don't feel them until they are breathing down your neck. And I've been experienced that by myself. I didn't see the first one. He was standing 6 feet from me, behind a shrubbery, behind the bush. And I got this tingle in my neck, and I was walking at the dog, and the dog was totally silent. And that was one of my handlers. And the other one, I saw him like translucent, you can say. And he was big as a calf, or actually big as a cow. But he was walking like a panther. And he shone out the light from one house. You know what? Not porch light, but you know the spotlight from the garage. Mm-hmm. And I was like, what am I seeing? And I got the dog with me as well. It was like 11 p.m. and I was like, what am I seeing right now? And he was walking, you know, almost like Bagheera in the Jungle Book. And then he just stood up on two legs and hid behind one birch tree. Almost like you can see in the cartoons of Disney, you know, the bears, you know, walking in, not Baloo, but the other bears, you know, like, you know, the funny cartoons of Yogi the Bear or something like that.
Right.
You know, like when they stand up and, you know, try to hide behind the birch tree.
Yeah.
And I was like, what? And, you know, I live downtown Stockholm, Jeff. It's not the outskirts in that way. I live, you know, where all the villas and you have the rental houses and complexes and everything. I was like, what? And I wasn't scared because I knew that they were not bothering me. They were just watching me.
Okay. Yeah.
And
now, how big are these dogmen compared to the alpha?
Oh, he was almost as big as Alpha.
Okay.
Almost as big. He was over 3 meters wide or long, or when he stood up, he was approximately 3 meters, which is like 9 feet, something like that. over 9 feet.
Okay.
And it was huge. Like I said, he was translucent, so I saw through him, but then I didn't see through him, and then whoop. Sorry. I'm gonna talk about when I went to Miss Misha. Sorry. I wanted to look forward to meet Alpha, pay my respect, and this will sound crazy, but I and Miss Misha are the human Dogman alphas here in Sweden. Please edit that. I want to in an interview. We're gonna do a proper interview later on.
Okay.
The thing is that I am always been fascinated with wolves. I've been deadly scared about werewolves since I was a kid, since I was 4 years old when I lived on the farm.
Right.
I was so afraid, when I watched Michael Jackson's Thriller first time.
Yeah.
I had nightmares, like, whoa! And also, long way before that, that is kid program on the Swedish radio. And they had this scary story like 4:30 in the afternoon about werewolves. And I was like shivering. And I was living, we didn't have any farm with any cattle or something like that, but we live at the farm. And I was so scared, and I looked out the window, from the second floor, and I was facing the woods. I was a really scared kid about werewolves. But sorry, Jeff.
Yeah, that's fine.
I was fascinated with wolves. I always loved wolves. Wolf is my spirit animal, and now I know why wolves are my spirit animal, because we connected, and I got this information from Alpha that they will monitorize me since I was a kid. When I was 6 years old, I and my friend from next door, from the other farm, we went out in the woods. It was back in the 80s, and you were out playing. You can follow a creek, you can follow a path in the woods, and everything like that. And we went down to a clearing, and I got the tingly feeling for the first time in my life. And I still remember exactly what that spot is. I can go back there, even though I live 600 kilometers from there now, and point out exactly the same spot. And I was so shaken by it, and I didn't know back then what it was, because it was just feeling off. It was feeling wrong, it was feeling weird, and I was feeling that somebody watching me. And it happened 2 times when I was a young boy, that I got this feeling that somebody is watching me or something in the woods. And it was the daytime, it was not in the nighttime or evening or something like that.
Okay.
And Miss Misha, she filled in the blanks that, yeah, it was one of your handlers who was watching me, because they have people, they check out people here, and they see who is a potential prospect, if you talk about terms of biker gangs. And then they monitorize you, and a lot of people within your channel, of course, have felt the same thing. Some of them get chosen, some of them not. A few of them, of course, is about 400 people around the globe. They can actually come forward if they want to and say, yeah, I have the same experience, and I'm in connection with them. So I was really, really scared, and we just ran out and ran back home. And then I didn't have this experience for a long time, even though I was dead scared about werewolves. I always been. 2002, I saw this Dog Soldiers, and that's the only movie that I really get scared of. Only movie, and I've seen a lot of thrillers, a lot of horror movies, and it doesn't bother me. Of course, The Conjuring and the Amityville House and everything. It's a scary stuff, but not at the same level as Dog Soldiers for me.
Right.
Because it was so real, and they have made this movie really, really good. Really, really good, even though it's not the thing that I've seen later on, but it reminds similar to the real stuff.
Yeah. I think they almost used dog soldiers as like a soft disclosure because they resembled more, they look similar to like they look more real and realistic than the Van Housing and the other ones.
Yeah.
They really did a good job making that. And I think it was more or less kind of, hey, this is what these things look like,
Sorry for coughing because it's the air from the ship.
That's fine.
Sorry, Jeff. Yeah, exactly. That the most realistic movie of all time is The Dog Soldiers, and what makes it even scarier is that a lot of people don't know the one over there overseas. That I didn't know the one as well. In Scotland, they have the forest. You think of England that there's some small forest or local forest and everything, but up in Scotland they have this kind of forest that
huge forests over there.
Yeah. Even though they have highlands, they are, because of they're chopping off all the woods, they still have forests. And if you look into it, or not you, but anybody look into it, they have this Dogman altercations or actually cases up in Scotland. So the beginning of the movie, when the kids get dragged out of the tent, is actually very realistic. Because it happened.
Yeah,
real.
It's very real.
There are a few people has been killed, and they of course blame on something else because they don't have any wolves officially don't have any wolves in UK or bears.
Right. Yeah, there was just recently. I don't know if you had caught about a year ago. Yeah, about a year ago, I did a video about a woman who was in Scotland, and she was around the forested area. Her car had broken down, and over in Scotland, and they have that. It's like AAA over here, where if your car breaks down, they'll come immediately.
Yeah.
But there, they have women come first, and for some reason, the woman didn't stay with her car. She ended up, instead of going down the road, she ran into the field and was found torn apart in the field. And they didn't have an animal to blame it on. They really didn't have anything to blame it on, and they just kind of left it at that. And because it happened in Scotland, not any people in America didn't really hear about it. So
no. Yeah, they have and then they can, like I said, we're going to have a proper interview later on. It's good that you recorded. The thing is that the ones who kill humans are rogue or something else.
Right.
Not the pure dogman, because if you've been killed and devoured by so-called dogmen, is that dogman doesn't like human flesh at all. Gagwi does. Gagwi, they are the retarded cousin because they are inbred. They are actually the one who are deformed. Alpha told us that they are deformed, and dogmen doesn't kill their own. They put them away like an orphan in the woods. And when you don't have a pack or an alpha or a female alpha or beta who raise you properly, you become a rascal. Not rascal.
Right. I know what you mean.
Yeah. You become totally, crazy. And those ones are the ones who actually kill the sheep. Those ones are the ones who are mischievous in a nice way with cattle and stuff. Over here in Europe, for sure. So when you have a rogue one, that's the thing that's dangerous. But still, though, the rogue ones maybe they kill people, but they don't, of course, not eat them because, like I said, they don't like human flesh. And now we were asking about the dogs. The reason why they kill dogs, because it's very similar to, of course, wolves and so on and so forth. And the reason why they kill the dogs is they don't like dogs because dogs were used during the centuries to hunt down dogmen.
Right.
That's why they don't like the dogs. But still, they can find, of course, some dogs friendly. And, I heard about that they turn actually on their owners, and dogs been running with the big wolves and stuff like that. The same thing with coyotes. They don't particularly like them, but they use them for a purpose.
Yeah, yeah.
And the reason why they are shy away from humans up here is that because they have vast forests and we are not so many people. But in the USA, they are more wild and they are more aggressive because they are defending their territories over there. And they are more wild because it's not the pure breed, and they've been not altercations, but you say interactions with the humans for a couple of more centuries. Even though the Native Americans, of course, still know about the Dogman and the Bigfoot and stuff like that. They haven't been trading with them way before they stopped trading here. Alpha said. That's why they are more aggressive. There are more packs. They are aggressive. And the same thing, if you look upon a chapter in Europe where they have a strict hierarchy and everybody follows the president. Some other chapter in South America, they have a more violent president. And that's why the chapter is more violent, because they can get away with it, but still though they don't follow the vendor rules down there, maybe, because of the environment. The same thing is with this Dogman. If you have a strict hierarchy here in Northern Europe, you follow the rules, you don't altercate, because they know that they're going to be consequences.
Right.
You can have a so-called chapter in Tennessee, and they have a more violent, more aggressive president, and that's why they do stuff that would be impossible up here in Northern Europe. If that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes perfect sense.
And also they are not so purebred, so that's why I get more and more bewildered up in the USA.
Right.
So that's why they have the problems in Taylor, Mississippi. That's why they have the problems in Tennessee, Kentucky, and so forth.
Right.
Because not all of them are getting in line, and also Victor has he's spoken the truth and much about it, of course, and that's the way it is.
Yeah. Now, when
the more people, the more altercations, you can say.
Right. Now, when you say they're not like they're like pure blooded, they came over, like I heard they came across the land bridge between Russia and Alaska with humans.
Yeah.
And you guys, the European Dogmen, there's more of them there than here. And is it because of interbreeding and stuff like that they became wild like they are here? Is that what you... Or
yeah,
what?
It's part of interbreeding that they are actually more wild, but also that they are more... They are not the pure ones who actually traded the longest with humans or have interactions with humans.
Okay.
So when they had interactions with humans, they were civilized, if you can say so.
Right.
But
right.
the more they aparted, the more aggressive, of course, the Dogmen became. And then when they got hunted here,
right.
They got hunted in USA and down in South America and all over the world.
And they kind of turned away from that human relationship. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So they see, of course, when you get pushed away in your territory, you get more aggressive, and they are aggressive. They are really dangerous. It's not like some people say, yeah, they are nice for friends, forest friends, or whatever.
Yeah,
the same thing with Bigfoot.
I don't believe they're forest friends, Bigfoot either, and I disagree with those people that are like, if you go in the forest, just say a prayer. Don't go with, you don't need a weapon. Just say a prayer and this and that, and you'll be fine. That's a crock of crap, if you ask me.
Oh yeah, because if you come upon or bump into some aggressive ones, they're gonna kill you.
Yeah, yeah.
Of course, the same thing with Bigfoot. I mean, I've been reading and hear about stories that actually Bigfoot save humans. Of course, yeah, because all of them are individuals. The same thing in the biker gang, the same thing in the normal gang, the same thing in the society. They're good Dogmen and they're bad Dogmen. And good Bigfoot and bad Bigfoot.
Right.
But the thing is that they are still animal. And animals, and the thing is that there are two different species, of course, because Bigfoot are more ape-like and Dogman, of course, are more canine-like.
Yep.
It makes sense. And the thing about there are 7 different species, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, that's true, because they evolved and be inbred, and like I said, the pure Dogmen are Dogmen. The other ones are something else, and they are actually from different dimensions and different planets and everything. It's a sorry, it's a big spectra. Definitely a big spectra, and like I said, the Gagwi, they are killing and eating everything, and they hunt at night, and they are living by the creeks and the rivers, and where the water flows.
Right.
And mostly southern part of the USA. I've seen the picture of the beast of 7 shoots, and yeah, it is a Gagwi, definitely, yeah. And where was he spotted? Close to a creek. And they are eating human flesh. They're eating each other. They're eating everything that comes in their way. And they are very dangerous. Very, very dangerous. And like I said, the Dogmen, they see them as totally retarded inbreeding concepts, because it's a sub race of Dogmen, but they are still not Dogmen.
Yeah, someone had said that to me a long time ago, and I don't remember who it was. It was 3, maybe 4 years ago. And they had said, and I know it's going to be it's going to sound politically incorrect and stuff, but it was the term that was given to me. And the guy said, he said the Rougarou and stuff like that is like the retarded cousin of the Dogman. And I was like, huh, yeah. And, it was just something that really stayed in my memory. I wish I remember who shared it with me. But it made sense, I was like, that kind of does make a little sense, because they're kind of off kilter and stuff like that.
Yeah, they are like a lawnmower who actually cuts everything that comes in their way. So that's why you have down in Louisiana and so forth, people get killed and violently get killed, and you find just bits and pieces, and not even that one, because, like you said, the Rougarou, or actually the Gagwis, are the ones who are the culprits. That's not Dogmen, for sure. Yeah. Because, like I said, the Dogmen, the purebred Dogmen, still actually also been in the US, even though they're more aggressive. They don't do that one. And the thing is that the ones who are actually harassing people, I heard about one story, about the cabin, the cottage, and everything. Of course, when you shoot at them, they are very vindictive, of course. Yeah. But still, though, they are the youngsters, the juveniles. It's like, you have to show yourself to be approved to be a part of the gang. So that's why they are the juveniles, or the youngsters, who are harassing them, the people, for fun. It's not like the big alpha going up and knocking on the door or scratching the windows or usually not. When they are a pack. No. It is the youngsters who have to, get approval or, approval from the older one that, you do that, and it's like almost like initial, what do you say in English? The ritual of showing yourself proven.
Right. Okay.
To be a part of the pack.
Like an initiation. Like an initiation.
Yeah. Initiate. Yeah. That's the word. So, and also, of course, over here in Scandinavia and also in Europe as well.
Okay.
Because the big alpha are the president. The same thing is with the Mikey gas. The president has, of course, his hands clean.
Yeah. Now, when you see the big packs in over in Europe, like how large are these packs that we're talking about here?
We're talking about approximately 20 individuals, and you have a alpha couple and the beta couple and the delta and so forth, and it's only alpha who mates. And if the alpha female, she dies, he can remarry and get a new alpha female.
Okay.
And the pup, which are his and the alpha female, they are the ones who actually the older son will get the new alpha. And the ones who are remarried, they will be next in line, exactly like the old courts here in Europe.
Yeah.
Exactly the same structure. But if the alpha male get killed, then his son will be the new alpha, and the mother of the new alpha is like the queen mother.
Okay.
She can remarry, she can get new pups, but they will never be the new alpha. It's only the bloodline straight from the male. So it's like the old courts and all over the world, like the Japanese court or actually the English court before Elizabeth I, so on and so forth.
Okay.
And they chase away, or they say that with some of the youngsters, not to get inbred, they say, yeah, you have to leave and get your own pack.
Right.
And they are highly intelligent, both Bigfoot and Dogman. Like I said, they know our language, and they speak telepathically with those the ones they can speak telepathically with.
Do they clash over there? Do Dogman and Bigfoot clash? Do they fight over there?
No.
Or no?
No, not in Scandinavia, because Bigfoot are very subtle.
Okay.
So they know that because there are more packs of Dogmen than Bigfoots. They can live side by side in some areas, but they are chasing for the same food, like the wild boar,
Right.
moose. But we don't have any. In English we say moose or elk. Elk is the European word for the same as moose, but elk is smaller. And the reindeers and deers and so forth.
Right.
And the thing is that they kill and they only eat the intestines. They don't eat the meat.
Soft tissue, yeah.
Yes, because that's the more nurturing stuff to eat, the soft tissues.
Yeah. Now,
Unless they're very hungry. And the thing is that they actually hunt in different dimensions. So that's why they don't go and have a rampage of killing 255 elk or moose here in one take.
okay. Now, you've obviously listened to the channel and stuff, and
Yeah.
I've been talking about the sightings of these crawler things that people are seeing, these humanoid crawler things.
Yeah.
Do you guys have, I mean, obviously I'm assuming there's probably been sightings of them over there. Is there a name for them over in your area? And with Bigfoot and Dogman getting, I mean, it sounds like they get along, but they tolerate each other. Do these things cause conflict with either one?
Not to my knowledge so far. We don't have any crawlers. We have a very few Wendigos here. Miss Misha has been actually seen one, and they always comes like over there, like a reindeer with very strange eyes and teeth.
Yeah.
Or elk, or actually moose with very strange glare of their eyes, black eyes, and so on and so forth, and they speak telepathically. I heard about one story about down south in Sweden, and I contacted this guy, but he never contacted me back. We have very few of those ones because we have the Laplanders, the natives of Sweden. They, of course, have the same kind of rituals that we have over there with the Native Americans, with shamans and everything.
Yeah.
They know about the lore. We have also, of course, the old lore about trolls and everything. Not everybody can see them, and also the small gnomes we have here. But some of them see them, most of people don't. But not so many Wendigos and crawlers I never heard about. And the thing is that what people don't know is about the Dogman and Bigfoot. They come from different places in the universe, and actually they are protecting the mankind from other stuff who comes through the portals.
Okay.
So sometimes when they are aggressive, it is because they want to get you out of the area, because maybe it is a portal and you have a goatman, you have a Wendigo. They're fighting Wendigos, they're fighting the goatman, they're fighting whatever comes through. And I never heard during my 10 years of listening to each and every channel. I never heard about this stuff, and this one is that we get from the alpha. They are okay. Of course, they're fighting each other, for food and territory, but both of them fight things that comes from other dimensions. So their purpose here on Earth is actually the pure ones is to protect the mankind. This sounds ridiculous. It sounds insane because some of them kills humans, but
right.
But not the pure ones. But yeah. So that's why some of them are very aggressive to get you chased out of the area because hey, you don't see the portal we do, and you know there's going to be a Goatman coming through or a Wendigo or something like that. Because
right.
Wendigo, Goatman, and some other cryptids, they are demonic. They are not from this earth. They're not flesh and blood in that way. They are pure demonic.
Yeah. Because I mean, I'm carded Native American and Mohawk, and like our Wendigo is in my culture is completely different than the Norris kind of deer-headed thing, but it is demonic because it's spawned from cannibalism among family members. So yeah, it's definitely, and there's like 3 different shapes or kind of bodies they take. One would be like almost like a white kind of Bigfoot, but smaller with a tail, a mist, a very strange mist like the wind, and an emaciated human being. And that's just, that to me, that's evil because you're doing something against God, whether it be your great spirit or whatever God you worship. You're doing something against his rules and law because you're actually eating flesh of a human, and worst off, it's a family member.
Yes.
So that's
exactly.
demonic. Yeah. And
like the demonic, like black magic. You can say the skinwalkers are pure black magic because they are not human per se. They are humans per se, but they are dabbing with the same thing as with the ancient black magic.
Yeah. Once you dabble in that, you're done.
But the Wendigo and Goatman, they are, because everything that can speak to you, mimicking voices.
Yep.
It's pure demonic, and whether the listeners will agree or not agree, I don't care, because, like I said, I know stuff that a lot of people don't know, is that they are pure demonic. And Dogman and Bigfoot are protecting us.
Through these portals, like you said, like they're from a different plane of existence.
Yes, they're walking through portals, all of them.
Yeah.
And skinwalker answers such things, and some things that come through from other dimensions, and because here on Earth is not a ghetto, but yeah, you can say, because we're killing each other, we're killing the environment, we are extinction species, other species, blah blah blah, and outside tell us, they look upon us like almost a ghetto, but they are good and evil since the dawn of time. You say dawn, yeah, from the dawn of time. It's a battle between good and evil. The devil's greatest thing is that he makes humans believe that he doesn't exist.
Yeah.
And this is only a battlefield. And that's why we have the cryptids. Some are good, some are bad. The aliens are good, some are good, some are bad. Some want to eat us, some want to protect us because we are, both Bigfoot and Dogman sees us as a lower race.
Right.
Of course we are, because we do what we do. And that's a fact. I mean, I don't put any political say in it, but it's a fact.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
That we're killing each other over so-called religion or territory or whatever. So that's why the purpose here on Earth is actually to protect us. Even though it sounds crazy, but the pure ones, I'm only speaking about the pure ones.
Right. Not the ones
They are
here.
here to protect. No, well, yeah, some of them, but not the subspecies of Dogman or Bigfoot, because Bigfoot can be very aggressive as well.
Yeah.
So they are here to protect us. That's their main purpose.
Yeah, that's very interesting.
In quote, they feel sorry for us, probably, or I don't know.
Yeah, that's very interesting, though, that they're here to protect us. And it makes sense. It makes sense to, like, where you said, when they're aggressive towards humans, it's more or less to scare you away, push you away, get you away from the portal before something else comes out.
So it is the portal thing, and it also is about the territory, because, hey, now you scared my food away. They don't go to McDonald's. That's why they get pissed off. I would be that too.
Yeah.
If somebody snatched my McDonald's, my Big Mac from my hand, I would be like, fuck you. Or get in line before me. Like, fuck off. I'm hungry. So they also live beneath the grounds in these caves, and also the cave systems. They can sleep above the ground, but they usually sleep beneath the grounds. They don't eat their own. They take care of the dead ones. That's why, have all this information about when you hit the Dogman, half an hour pass by and they go back and try to retrieve the body, blah, 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 and it's gone.
Right.
Because they buried their dead, and they buried them way down. When they're here, they are flesh and blood. The ones that are, like I said, I'm talking about the pure ones. So you can kill them. I know how to kill them. I know how to hurt them. But if I speak about it, that one, I will get killed. Because I am within my pack, and I have a responsibility to spread the word, the information from the alpha. And if I fuck up, I will get killed.
Okay.
Right off the bat, they will tear me apart. But I am under protection of the big alpha, and you don't get killed, like you say, said a word or something like that. But the vast information, how to do it, and what they get heard about, from or stuff. No, I'm never going to reveal that one, because then I'd be a outlaw. So that's the way it is.
Right.
Because I had to earn the trust from my pack, even though I'm under protection of the big alpha and haven't have an interaction with my local president yet. I've been out in the forest here by my house, and I felt them, like I said, or I've heard them, and also I have my dog with me, and he has, of course, reacted to something, because he was yapping like hey, sometimes when we're out in the woods, and I know exactly the spot where they are. And the thing is that they migrate during the summertime to other dimensions, to other areas, but they're still here, when it gets snug in September, they all come back. The same thing with spiritual people. They are getting lower during the summertime because of the weather, the climate, and, they have to rest as well. And from September up to April, they are more open to stuff. The same thing with this species, that they are more active September to April. They don't hibernate, but they get away in other areas or other dimensions. Both Bigfoot and Dogman. Especially down in USA and other warmer climates, because they don't like warm climate.
Okay.
They are like dogs, because they are, black and brown and gray, and of course the sun affects them as well while they're here.
Okay.
Up north in Scandinavia is a different kind of thing. Also in Russia, Finland is Scandinavia, not Scandinavia, but this the Nordic region. But up there, same thing in Canada. We have the same climate here as you have in Vancouver or Seattle.
Yeah.
Those states, even though the forests, of course, are smaller, the trees are smaller than in Vancouver. I've been to Vancouver, so I know how big the redwood trees are. the forest. But that Minnesota, Montana, that's the same climate here.
Yeah. Yeah, I have probably the same climate that you do, being where I am in New York. So, because I'm only a couple hundred miles away from Canada, and it's an hour, 2 hours away from Canada. So,
you have proper winter, you have proper spring, summer, and autumn.
Yeah.
So, what can I give more information? Just 1 second. I'm gonna check with my.
And there you have it, folks. I hope you all enjoyed this early morning, middle of the night bonus upload as much as I enjoyed sharing it with you. I'd like to thank you for supporting the channel. It is your support that helps this channel to continue to grow and go, and what gives us all a place and a chance to share our experiences and theories judgment-free. Everyone is simply treated with the respect that we deserve. Please stay safe, happy, healthy, and ever vigilant. Keeping an eye on our children, pets, family, and friends. These creatures are real. These events have happened. Share this information with those you love and care about, and it may just help save their lives someday. Until next time, never stop asking questions, never stop searching for the truth, and God bless you all.